40s. Let's check on weather. We'll head back now to Joanna and Pete at the news desk.
Thank you, Aaron. Time to do a little Monday morning quarterback.
Yeah, Tim Schmidt from the Niagara Gazette is here to hash out that close win, wasn't it?
You know, it was funny because last week we were bashing JP, and now if you look at his last two games before this game combined, he surpassed that passing yardage in one quarter.
Unbelievable.
Against Houston.
You know,
going crazy.
He must have heard you.
He didn't hear me. He heard Aaron Mmqb. My mother told me when I was a young kid, take an extra minute and listen to the weatherman in the morning.
There you go.
A week ago, I asked Aaron Mmqb what he thought about the Bills, and he said, they don't let J.P. Lossman throw the ball enough. And I, being the sports know-it-all that I am, I turned to him and said, oh, Aaron, that's not the case at all. Sure enough, 2 plays into yesterday's game, here comes Lee Evans down the left sideline for 83 yards. One of those throws that you tell your young quarterback, boy, don't throw off your back foot like that, would you? Please don't do that. Sure enough, 83 yards later, the Bills have a 7-0 lead. One of the most exciting plays of the season. Well, only so exciting that they decided to do it again next series and threw the ball. This is even a better throw. This one's right on the money. Boy, that's so much fun there that the Bills could finally muster some offense that would be something so exciting and obviously get you stirred up. It's something that you haven't felt in the last few weeks.
Right. 166 yards with just 2 catches there, but he wasn't. He had about 100 more than that, right?
He finished up with 265 yards, a franchise record, beat Jerry Butler's mark with 11 catches and 265 yards. One of the most exciting days ever for a wide receiver after we finally put in J.P. Lossman, to rest for good. I had at least last week saying we've had enough of this guy. He comes back with his best game as a pro.
But they had to come back anyway. Still down 21-17. Still had to come back, and J.P. came up big again in the fourth quarter.
And that's the big part about all this is not the 2 touchdowns early in the game. It's this late touchdown pass to Peerless Price over the middle, and the play before that to Lee Evans was a completion for 15 yards, which ended up setting up this play. The brilliant part about this drive is that he did it smartly. He took little chunks the whole way down. Young quarterbacks have a tendency to see 70 yards and say, I need 2 35-yard bombs to get this done. And that's not true. What you need is 4 or 5 short passes and then the strike at the end zone. There it is. And how Peerless Price got that in, got his feet down in that one. That was pretty incredible.
That was a perfect pass, too.
The first look, I don't know how you guys felt. I thought, oh, boy, they're going to review that, and it's not going to stand. That was my first inclination, was that was what was going to happen. Peerless Price, though, with a big catch. And obviously a big win for the Bills. Believe this or not, as crazy as this sounds, if the Jacksonville Jaguars lose tonight, they're 1 game out of the wild card.
Is that right?
Unbelievable.
And so the schedule would have it. They play Jacksonville next week, too.
They do play the Jacksonville Jaguars. They have a tough stretch here, even though they're 2 home games. Jacksonville, a pretty good team, although they're playing with their second quarterback, David Garrard, who's in, and there's no chance of bringing Byron Leftwich back since he's out. And, of course, that's dreadful from last season, the opener. That's a painful loss. But the Jacksonville Jaguars, a good team. Then the following week, the San Diego Chargers, a very good team, come into Ralph Wilson Stadium. Boy, I'll tell you what, even if the Bills are out of it by losing this week in Jacksonville, be interesting to see LT and the rest of that gang come the next Sunday.
Well, that's fun. So tonight we're big Giants fans, hoping for Jacksonville to lose. Right?
That's rare. But we are rooting for a downstate team tonight.
Playoffs are still alive, however.
It's hard to believe that, isn't it? That's fun, though. It's fun to see them doing well. Tim, thanks very much. We'll see you on Friday.
Sure.
Talk about the Sabres.
Okay.
Sounds good. We'll be right back right after this.